I first saw you in Married with Children, and how you're presenting, obviously in the character, and it's a sitcom, but what you think of yourself relative to that is like the opposite.
I cannot tell you how many times my agent would come. She's also my best friend. She's now my manager. She would come to the show. I would do the show. And after the show, I would say to her, did I look fat? I would say, did I look all right? Was I okay? Because, I also grew up with a director who's all about exterior.
Yeah.
What you look like. House had to look perfect. Everybody had to look. So, yeah, it was really, and like when people would treat me, they would call me a MILF, and I was like, it was very hard for me to kind of put the two together. I didn't
like
really.
That. They were talking about somebody else or something?
Something, or I just didn't think it was really me, or I don't know what it was. I mean, like now I can look back on clips and I can be like, wow, I looked hot. I looked hot. But at the time, I feel like I missed all of it. I was just getting sober when I started that job. Literally 4 months sober when I got that job.
Do you think it helped or hurt?
That I was sober?
Did it make the job more stressful?
Well, I was really scared. I was so scared. And I remember my first day of work, somebody in recovery said to me, you should tell somebody there that that's what's your deal. And like almost the first person I told was also in recovery. And
Great.
So it just set a tone of comfort. But I was, I was just really good at, I'm just really good at being full of shit. At least I was then. Like I could hide. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you do know what I mean.
What do you mean? In case someone listening or watching doesn't know what you mean, what do you mean?
I mean, I could hide my real feelings about myself, my low self-esteem. And in some part of me, I knew I was a good performer. I knew, like when I was trying to be a musician, a singer, and I would get very close to a lot of big success, I knew I was good, but I think that darker side of myself that didn't want to believe that would kind of sabotage it all. So when I say a dual self is that I think, I don't know if you relate to this as a performer, but growing up, I remember feeling like I'll just say it this way, I don't have a spine. Like I can fit in any group. I can go over here, I can go over there. You won't know me really well, but you'll like me sort of, and then I can fit. I think it's why I can be an actor, because I can sort of put on other clothes. And so that's what I mean. I think I was really
You're
good.
like a sort of a mystery to
Chameleon,
yourself.
a little bit.
Like I'm not even, there's nothing here.
There was yes. I know the difference because now I feel more examined than I was. But at the time, which I don't know what 20-year-old is really getting into examination. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Probably not many, yeah.
I wasn't.
I mean, or when you do it, you're just being dishonest about it.
Or something. Yeah, you're just trying on different people.
Yeah.
So, but I think I was just a good, I was able to hide. I was a good I'd lived in a lot of secrets.
So it was probably fun to use that as an escape.
Oh, so fun. And plus, like when I did I was with Ed O'Neill, who was fantastic. And so I felt right at home there. Once I kind of surrendered to the fact, even though it was funny, the first 5 years of Married with Children, I had a band. I played on the weekends. I made a record on Virgin Records because the whole time I kept thinking, oh, this is going to go away. I better keep my real gig.
Yeah.
I better
last 10 years tops.
For you?
No, I'm saying like maybe this goes 10 years.
Yeah.
Went 11.
No, I wasn't even thinking. No, I thought it was going to be. I mean, it was on this network that wasn't even a network.
Yeah, it wasn't a network. It was the first
anything.
sitcom. If you're too young, it was like literally Fox had just started, and this was their first show with The Simpsons.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And they would show it 3 times a night just so people would watch it.
Yeah. Okay. So then you got sober and you're doing this and you're singing and how's it feel like it's going?
Feels like it's going pretty good. It was interesting. It was like the first time in my life I also stayed single. I was do tell.
I'm very interested in that because I think it's a thing that more people should do.
Stay single.
Yeah, like intentionally be single. Or
I think
did you have kids at this point?
I didn't. No.
Okay.
I think it was intentional. I think in my brain I was always looking. You know how like, are you ever really intentionally single? Like I'm just not gonna. I think you're still kind of looking for some, but I just didn't find anybody. It wasn't happening. I mean, I would date, I would do this, but I was also dealing with like, all of a sudden I'm famous, which growing up, I always felt like I was going to be famous. But then towards my late 20s, I thought, maybe I better sell real estate. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. So there was a lot going on at that time. So dating was not a priority. And also I was still picking like not the right guy.
What kind of guy were you picking?
Always musicians, always.
And never the right guy.
And
I can't say, not just for Katey, for any woman.
My current husband, who's a writer, producer, first guy I've ever been with wasn't a musician. First guy. Every man in my life.
This is a very broad question. It may be hard to answer. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
I guess if you only have a sample size of one, it's hard to tell. But how can you tell a guy's a musician? Is it one of those things where if you're attracted to a guy, you want to go like, so what instrument do you play?
Well, it kind of ended up, it sort of was that way. I mean, there's a certain simpatico about playing music with somebody. I'm sure that, because there were usually people that I was playing with. And so there's just an unspoken thing about that. But see, with Kurt, we worked together on Sons, and he wrote that part for me. And
did he know you?
We were married.
Oh, you're married. All right, great.
So we were married, and he wrote the part.
But did he know you? I'm kidding.
Who knows? You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
So there was that. So I've always worked with my partners. That's so interesting. I hadn't really thought about it that way, but I always have.
Yeah. Throw it in the hopper.
My second husband was a drummer, and he played on my records, and we played in bands together.
What do you think the difference is between being a famous woman and a famous man?
In what genre?
Sitcom. What do you think your experience was like? Although Ed seemed like, I guess the way the sitcom was, or just like a famous guy in Hollywood versus a famous woman in Hollywood, where it's like famous guy, you get like more girls, but I don't know what a woman gets.
A woman gets a lot of intimidated guys.
Okay.
Scared to talk to you guys.
And what did you think of that? Did you think it was stupid? Was it like hurtful?
I thought I didn't interpret it as what it was. I thought it was because I wasn't enough. There comes this childhood thing again. I just thought, or somebody was dating me because of that, because they saw me on television or something. So it was always, but mostly it would be like, I went through many years of I'm not enoughness, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not, just not really enough.
Did you ever think I'm not funny enough? Was that a thing?
I've always thought that.
Okay. You've always thought you were not funny enough.
I'm really funny if the writing is good. I'm funny if it's good writing. And I've been given stuff that's not good writing and been told it was supposed to be funny. And, I've tried. But no, I never really thought of myself as funny.
What was a negative monologue when you're doing a sitcom like that and it's doing really well for a long time? Do you think like it's Ed, it's the kids, it's the show, it's the right? Or how can you talk yourself out of something that so obviously successful? And can you? Or could you just go, you know what, Katey, you're not bad at this?
Sometimes I feel sort of sad about those years because I think I missed a lot of it. I think I was out of what was happening.
Yeah.
And I was too much in how I felt about myself globally. You know how there's like self-esteem about what you do, and then there's just like the whole enchilada of like, I don't feel great about myself. And so I think that those years I was really still sober, but still running from any kind of resolution of the darkness that I had carried for so long. Little pieces of it were being chipped away, but so I don't know if I never thought I was the shit for sure.
Yeah.
I was just like, no way. Did I think like, yeah, I got this. And I was mostly, what was great, I was mostly very teachable. I loved being with Ed, and with even Christina and David had worked more than me. So I was very much open to learning what to do. My very first sitcom was with Mary Tyler Moore, which happened right before Married with Children, and I was not sober. And that was...
Was she? She might not have been either.
No, she was.
She was,
and she
okay.
would talk about it.
Ah.
And years later, I took her to lunch because she kind of planted the seed, and I thanked her for that.
Great.
Yeah, it was really good. But talk about learning. I just... here I learned on the job. I never really went to acting school or comedy, anything, so
I don't remember what season was what or whatever, but did you look back and be like, I wasn't very good at the beginning, and then you got good, or you were always pretty good?
Well, first of all, I haven't really rewatched them.
You should. I'm kidding.
People tell me it's really funny that it holds up.
Yeah.
I just always thought we were good. Like the chemistry between, first of all, when Ed and I auditioned together, it was instantly good. Like I knew that there was a connection between the two of us, and he made me laugh so much. He was so funny.
Honey, take a picture of me so you can remember me when I was beautiful.
Well, you're gonna get worse?
Shut up and take the picture.
I never took it on like I was good. It was more like we were good.
Great. When you say you were running from your shadow or whatever, what made you finally realize you were running, and how long did it take to like deal with it?
I think you always deal with it. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's like, you're done dealing with it. Mm-hmm. But I think, when I started to have kids, there was a big shift in focus from, first, that to me was so miraculous that I was able to have children. Did
you not think you were going to be able to?
Well, I'd had a couple of real misfires before. I'd had a miscarriage, then a stillborn child. It was all on Married with Children. I mean, it was a whole thing, and they wrote it into the show, and then...
Oh, Marcy, this is so wonderful. The pitter-patter of little feet after 18 years. This is truly a joyous day for us all.
One day, it was gone. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But it was also a very much, so the fact that I was having children and able to have children, and there was something so self-obsessed about it. Like I finally was able to heal a lot of my kid stuff by watching my children and parenting my children and understanding, I would make mistakes and I would understand like where they came from, and I didn't want to do that, and I would change that behavior, and then I would realize, oh, that was a learned behavior. That's how I was treated. I don't really like that. So having children was a big digging in.
Did it make you have empathy for your parents?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it really did. The whole showbiz journey gave me empathy for my parents too, because it's a weird
awful.
ride. It's awful. Okay, hello. It is
awful.
an awful ride. It really, really is.
I'm joking, and I'm not joking at all. It's like, it's a terrible way to make a living.
It really. I have my two older kids are both in it, and I'm just, empathetic all the time with what they are, because now it feels like it's even harder to get over the wall.
I completely agree.
Yeah. I mean, when I was, even though I struggled for many years as a musician, but as an actor, it just kind of found me,
mm-hmm.
which actors hate when I say that. But
yeah, I'm sure it's hate. And then it's like, no, but you're good. So I don't, who gives a shit? A buddy of mine Roy Wood, a great comedian, makes an observation about nepotism. And he's like, you want to see nepotism? Go down to a construction site.
Oh, yeah.
It's all nepotism.
Everybody. Or a plumber.
Yeah. All, most jobs are nepotism.
That's
like,
right.
You can make it seem like it's just showbiz, nepo baby, whatever. Most babies are nepo babies.
Yeah.
Of some
you go into the family business.
Yes.
Yeah. So once I got off of Married with Children, and then I had some like dry spells and weird jobs. And
What do you think
lots
of the
no's.
dry spell period? I'm always interested in when people are on a big thing, and then it's been off for 3 years. People still think it's on,
Right.
but you're like, no, I'm not doing anything.
No. Or you're doing like movies of the week for Lifetime, or you're doing, which was kind of a thing then.
Sure.
So I was sort of in that business, and then. Really what was happening was, and I think I had a deal with some network. I did some pilots that didn't go.
Yep.
There was stuff going on, but nothing was hitting. And I remember thinking like, oh, well, I'll just go to my next job when this is over. I did not. It was a rude awakening. It definitely was. And then when I decided I wanted to do more dramatic work, nobody would see me really. I mean, they just wouldn't take it seriously. And the first job I got was on Lost. Do you remember that TV show?
I like bald guys.
I'm not bald.
I can wait.
And I remember them bringing me in. I had to audition, I want to say 3 times.
Yeah.
Maybe, just so that they didn't think Peg Bundy was going to walk in the room. It's a tough hurdle when you've been in someone's living room a certain way for that long. And a lot of people don't get out of it.
Hey, you should like and subscribe.